And that's my friend Nathan over there. Not much is known about him, except that he likes zombie movies. I wonder if he liked this movie.
I didn't.
You know what's better than this movie?
What?
Is the last 30 seconds of Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, which also takes place on an island with dead people.
Yeah, they show up, right?
Oh, welcome back to the Weird, the Bad, and the Bloody, an exclusive Nerdthusiast YouTube of, you know what, we brought to you the worst of the 2000s today.
80s,
you know
90s, and 2000s, but we're stuck on the 2000s.
We're stuck on the 2000s, so I swear to God, if that lands on the 2000s one more time.
We're not doing anymore. We'll rig we will rig this game. We have no problem. Like a carnival.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, we'll rig this like a carnival game. So
step right up.
Which one was this one? I forget. Was this weird?
We called it bad.
This was bad. Okay, give me some info about this one.
All right. Well, this came out in 2003. Directed by Uwe Boll.
I hate video games.
This is our first Uwe Boll movie.
Yes.
Uwe Boll, if you don't know who he is, he's a German guy who thinks he's a filmmaker.
Video game enthusiast. He loves making video games into movies.
Not well.
Not well. He did this. He did what? What else?
Far Cry.
Yep. He got a hold of that one.
Motherfucking Blood Rain, a video game.
Yeah, Blood Rain. He got a hold of that one.
Postal.
Didn't he get
I've seen Postal. Postal's actually kind of funny sometimes.
Didn't he do one of the Rampage games or something like that?
He did. And you know what's funny about that is his first Rampage movie. A lot of people say hey, that's actually like a movie, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually like this
isn't that one that was in
films.
theaters. This wasn't the one that was in theaters a few years ago. Not that Rampage.
No, not the Dwayne Johnson Rampage.
No.
This is like a stick it to the man Rampage, you know?
Yeah. He's probably going to threaten you. It's say he's going to fight you in a boxing ring or something.
If he ever sees this, I hope he does.
I hope you see this.
Hi. I loved your cameo in Postal where you got shot in the dick. Have you played House of the Dead?
Yes. Now, I do want to say, so House of the Dead is the arcade cabinet from SEGA. SEGA sponsored this movie. Apparently, it's their rave in it as well, at one point as well. SEGA sponsored this. Now, if you grew up playing the...
Rave of the Dead would
Rave of the Dead. Dead Island as well. If you played the House of the Dead video game, I know they did some console ports, but the ones I really remember is the arcade cabinet that was... at every major arcade. Oh, yeah. It was one of those ones. It was you had your little gun, controller pointed at the screen. If you played it, the story basically is this. Your, I think, fiance or the main character's fiance is held at some kind of compound and
kind of house.
Help me out with this Nerdthusiast a little bit. It's like some compound that I think is in Europe somewhere. And I know everyone in Nerdthusiast loves video games, so we'll be able to talk about this one video game movie. And you go and try to free her, and you end up having to fight some giant monsters. There's the guy with the flying. Yeah, there's the flying demon that's called the Hanged Man. I played it and I beat it a few times, but I don't really remember.
Ooh, get a load of this guy.
Well, listen, when you have a bunch of quarters, you can make it to the end of anything.
I know.
How many times you die?
Oh, I know. Time Crisis 3 stood no chance against me, man.
Against $25 in quarters.
My dad just what the fuck?
You died again? Kid, it's 2008. This is the middle of the recession. We can't be playing this.
I think it was 2008.
Yeah, there you go. Mine was Crazy Taxi. That was my vice. But so if you played it, you fight your way through, you deal with monsters, there's leeches and hellhounds and all kinds of different zombies and stuff like that, guys with axes, and you have to use your on-rails gun to shoot. And you fight and you try to save your fiance. And I think it's only if you get a perfect score or basically make it that she survives. And if you don't, I think she's just dead. That's the most basic outline of it. But that is not at all what happens in this movie. It's not even, this is not House of the Dead. At a basic level, this is fundamentally not House of the Dead. Despite the epileptic seizure cuts that are added into the middle of the
some gameplay of the actual game.
The cabinet House of the Dead.
Yeah.
It cuts into the middle of the movie multiple times. And sometimes they are so bright and so jarring and such a flash that I go, this needs to have an epilepsy warning on it. You cannot throw these bright lights at people like this.
Uwe Boll said, "Watch me, bitch."
Watch me.
That's what he says to all of his decisions.
What it is so this isn't House of the Dead, and this isn't Dead Island either, where it's a resort. This isn't Zombie as well, where there's a tropical island that they're fighting zombies on. This is
I don't know what this is.
This is an island in Seattle, off the coast of Seattle.
San Juan Island.
San Juan, one of the San Juans, they call it. And I shit you not, the first time I saw this, it was on the Sci-Fi Channel when I was growing up. And I swore I thought it was a sci-fi original movie, which it felt like it was.
Sci-fi original movies are, no, they are steps above this. Yeah. Trust me.
Well, fair enough. Tell me more about House of the Dead from your perspective here, Nick.
But yeah, I've played it a few times, but that doesn't mean I'm any good at it. But you know, that's the one where the zombies have axes and they, you know, slice you with them.
That do.
So I always thought it was a fun game. Before I would die, you know, because you know I'm no good at it. It's like it's like he knew there's nothing about this game in the movie.
Yeah.
So he just decided, well, I'll just put the game in the movie. He's trolling us, though. He's straight up just a troll. That's all he is. Like, I don't know what beckons him to like
fuck with you so hard.
Just fuck with you. He is pretty much doing all of this on purpose. I want to say just all this bad filmmaking, like the just piss poor editing, the god awful acting, just like the placement of the camera, the horribly boring pacing, everything. Like this movie is probably the worst one we've ever done.
You personally think so far on this one?
So far on Weird, Bad, and Bloody, I hated this. I hated watching this movie. It's boring as hell.
Yeah, I've seen this through a few times, and I definitely could talk about this one for a while about what's wrong with it. If I wanted to go like a deep dive, but I'll say this. I think it's like it knows the script itself feels like, oh, we know we're making shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's like a fun, dumb slasher and stuff like that. But somehow everything, the way it's delivered and the way it's shot makes you feel like it.
The execution is not even half-assed. It's just full-assed.
It's like,
dude.
It doesn't give a shit. And then also on top of that, just the characters themselves are just everything. Like nothing feels like it works. It feels like the actors aren't even really trying at points.
No one is trying in this.
It feels like everyone is fucking mailing it in.
Even the actual like established actors, like what Jurgen Prochnow, Clint Howard show up as like this boat captain and his first mate who, you know, they get their boat chartered to take them to this island where this rave is happening.
That's the whole plot. This whole group of young people wants to go party on this island off the coast of Seattle.
Sponsored by SEGA. Even they're terrible. Like, I'm just like, these guys have shown that they are actors, that they can act, and they are awful in this.
What's the dude that's the first mate, the actor?
Clint Howard.
Dude, it feels like he really doesn't fucking care. Like the entire movie.
No, it seems like he cares. It seems like he's trying out of all of them.
The guy in the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like out of all of them, it seems like he's trying, but even he's just like, it's clear that off camera, he is not giving these people anything. He's just saying, say your fucking line. Say your fucking line. That's how all of their deliveries are from any of these actors.
And it feels like, doesn't his performance as well feel like it should be more ominous than it is?
Oh yeah, no,
he's like the harbinger. He's the one that's supposed to be.
We don't want to go to this island. Yeah. There's evil spirits on this island.
But
Captain.
I will say this: whoever did it, and this could also be the sound editing. There is no like malice or bass in his voice. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
His voice feels very like mid frequency, and for that reason, it feels like it's almost not worth listening to. It's like there's no deep, there's no
That's
bass.
So specific.
It's so weird, but I just was like, it doesn't feel like this guy's the harbinger. It feels like it's like some nerd talking to me about like his collection about something.
And Jurgen Prochnow,
it feels like you're listening to this podcast.
Jurgen Prochnow's no better, dude. He acts drunk like the entire movie.
Oh, the
like
captain?
I think because he is just probably like buzzed. He's probably just buzzed like doing this movie. He's just like, they said they give me money. This guy's not telling me to do anything. I'm just gonna read my lines.
Who's sponsoring us? SEGA.
This group of idiots goes to this island, but this movie opens with just the the most piss poor narration ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
I hate this narration because it's all just, the movie will just stop constantly to like freeze frame on each character. Just like, so to catch you up, this character likes this character, but this character is dating this character. I knew this guy in college and this guy just like, who the fuck are you? Who is narrating this?
Who's narrating this story? And then it turns out it's the dude in the glasses, right?
No, it turns out it's the tall guy with the hair.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So. Okay, so yeah,
we're struggling, dude.
it really is. But it starts as though it's going to be like this. It has the noir style narration. That's what I would describe it as.
Sure.
Noir style narration. If you watch a noir movie, Humphrey Bogart or anything like that, I knew the dame had killed her husband. I just didn't know how to prove it. So I let her kill me. Now I'm dead. Talking to you from the grave. I killed her too. That's the end of the movie.
Bitch.
1950s America. This makes sense. That's what it feels like. And the noir style narration really doesn't fucking work because it slows everything down like you're saying.
Yeah. It's horrible.
And it also, it really is like in the beginning and like it'll come in occasionally. And every time you forget that it existed. 2003. What else is out at the time besides Finding Nemo? 2003. Listen, like Uwe Boll, like this is, it sounds like we're like, we are floundering a little bit here. But I'll say this. It's just like there's nothing.
We're grasping into straws here, man.
Let's do this. Okay, let's try this. Hang on, we're trying this. What's good about the movie?
You know what was nice?
Okay, go ahead.
It was nice to see Ellie Cornell in something.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Ellie Cornell, Rachel Carruthers from Halloween 4. You know what was kind of fun? Was when she starts like just gunning zombies down. Yeah. Like when the one gal turns and attacks the group and she just shoots her point blank and in slow-mo she just she just goes flying back. Well, something happened. I got one more.
Go ahead.
I got
one more thing that's good about the movie
that actually made me laugh.
Go ahead.
And that is when Jürgen Prochnow is like shooting at the zombies in the water. Again, these action scenes are just boring as shit. Like there's no fucking flow to them at all.
There is one major action scene, which we will talk about in a second. Go ahead.
You can talk about that. But Jürgen Prochnow is like, he's shooting at zombies with a machine gun in the water. I don't know. He's smuggling guns or something. Yeah.
He's got guns. He's got all kinds of stuff.
And he's shooting at the zombies. He's like trying to save some people, like shooting at the zombies in the water. It's just like easy because I guess the zombies can swim.
Yeah.
And one character just yells at him, shoot it. And he just goes,
what do you think I'm trying to do, you fucking moron?
I thought that was actually really funny, but you know, but I also had written down here, the best acting in the movie comes from?
Who?
Is when our narrating guy impales his hand on the nail.
Yeah.
And like just screams out of pain. And I'm just like, well, that's about the right reaction.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the best acting in the movie.
Yeah.
Right there, just,
Yeah. Now, we do want to explain if you're wondering, and maybe you put this a little bit earlier, where can I watch this? It's on Tubi. It's on Tubi. And what did you say about it?
No, I said I was actually kind of shocked that I just could, because this movie has a 2 point something on IMDb.
Yeah.
Really low. How low can you fucking go? And I was floored. I was actually really floored at like, this is nowhere on YouTube for free, just uploaded by who the fuck knows.
That's because YouTube has standards.
Tubi's got it though.
I've seen it multiple times, and I don't know why. Because every time it's like not worth
get
watching.
Away from it.
It's not worth watching. Every time I go, I'm never gonna watch it again, and then like I have to watch it for this show or something like that.
I did this to you.
I don't know, man.
Were you mad when they referenced George Romero?
Yes, a little bit.
I was too.
I was like, how dare you?
How dare you? Yeah, no, you do not
what
deserve
did he say?
that.
What did he say? Night. He's like night,
the Holy
dawn,
Trinity,
land.
night, dawn, and day, bro.
Yeah.
I prefer this one over this one. It's just like, shut up. Shut the fuck up right now.
And
do not
like,
speak of those.
Okay.
In this.
What should you say instead? SEGA. Just gonna keep going. Listen. And then, God, like there's so many things in this movie. Like you really do hate these characters. Like
they're insufferable.
It's supposed to culminate. There is an 8-minute action shootout sequence where all of these characters that are alive now have guns and are trying to take back the only building, which I want to point out is not quite a house, but is not quite a church either. So again, we talked about how in Street Fighter, there is very remarkably few fights in the street. Okay? There is no House of the Dead in this movie. I'm very pissed off.
They got the dead, I guess. There's no house.
There's an island and a weird church. There's no House of the Dead in this movie, but they're trying to take the church back from the zombies. I don't know why they've decided to do this, because the plot demands it, and they all have guns. And there is an 8-minute action shootout sequence where it cuts to firing at everything, zombies going down, fucking 360s around specific characters.
While they're jumping in the air too, yeah.
Like all kinds of shit. These characters that are party people, rave people, suddenly know how to operate every firearm you've ever seen.
And fight too.
And fight. The poor Asian girl dressed in the American onesie.
Oh, Liberty.
Liberty knows fucking kung fu or karate now. And I just go, God, man, this is not good. And it's like it's supposed to be a video game, and it doesn't work. It's 8 minutes. It's so fucking long. It's so long. I clocked it last night just to see part of it. And I was like, this is taking forever. They're just shooting. How much ammo do they have?
This whole movie
How many zombies are there? How many zombies can there possibly be?
I have to apologize to Johannes Roberts' Resident Evil movie, because I was pretty pissed after I saw that movie. You know what? That's a masterpiece. Compared to this. Yeah.
All right. We talked about the director. We've talked about scenes we like. Is there anything I like? Not really in it. Even the fucking set looks cheap, man.
Everything is cheap.
The fucking set of the graveyard and the church outside. It looks like it's Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
It really does.
Not even like a haunted house attraction. It's just like the front of someone's house.
No, it looks like the front of someone's house.
Yeah. There's your House of the Dead.
It's the House of the Dead. Yeah. I think these are my old Halloween decorations where I set up
Uwe Boll off camera. Shut the fuck up and do the scene.
That's what it's like. And like, movies can be bad. Movies can be weird, and movies can be bloody. And the thing that makes this one bad, and I think it's the thing that will separate, is effort. Effort in other movies. Things can suck and still be fucking amazing. Listen, I've talked about a few of these, but I was talking about the Leprechaun series earlier. All right. We love it, even though it's bad. And we know it's bad.
Yeah.
But there's effort. There's love. There's just like, hey, we're just doing it, to do it. And it feels like no one involved in this project fucking cares.
No one cares. Into it.
No one put in effort. And what's even worse is the fucking SEGA fucking executives, I guess, didn't care that much to really watch. And maybe this traumatized them so bad. And maybe they had flashbacks when they put out that first Sonic trailer, and everyone had all the fucking anger about how Sonic has Ben Schwartz's Sonic look. They're like, we can't do this again. Uwe Boll put us in the hole. We can't do this again. Come on, fix him. Fix Sonic. Fix Sonic! Nick, you still want to play the House of the Dead arcade cabinet, right?
Sure. If I found it at a place, sure.
Yeah, well, you know what you would have to do? You wouldn't have to look if you bought one online with Buzzle.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Buzzle is a free app that combines the fun of social media and online shopping.
That's right. Uncover the buzz, shop smart, and save big. Buzzle's top features include a coupon finder, where you can automatically discover and apply the best coupons at checkout with their intelligent browser extension. You can now say goodbye to searching for promo codes, because Buzzle does all the work for you, ensuring savings every time you shop online.
Thank you to Buzzle for sponsoring this show on the House of the Dead. And now back to the shit. And I don't blame the actors, because they're probably given nothing.
No, they're not. You can easily tell they are given absolutely nothing.
Just do it. I don't know. Let's knock it out in 2 takes. No feedback.
Half a take.
Let's knock that shit out.
Oh shit, the camera wasn't rolling. I guess we got to do it again.
Oh, we'll just cut it. We'll just move on. So the plot itself too. The plot is about some old Spanish priest that has been excommunicated from the church because Spain, had the west coast of the United States through colonialism, XYZ. So he got banished and killed the captain of the prison ship he was on, even though he was in prison. And then got off the boat and created like immortality blood, an immortality way to stay alive. And he's just been like running around forever, replacing parts of his body with other. He looks like just there's like stitches all over him. He looks like he's Hellraiser fucking put back together.
He's got an egg head, and it looks like his face is just all stitched up.
Yeah,
and he's got glowing eyes.
Yeah. He looks like just like a discount Cenobite.
He looks like Spirit Halloween.
Yeah,
that's what he looks like.
Spirit Halloween Cenobite. like that. That's honestly what it is. It's like Hellraiser just without any budget.
Is that in the game?
No, it's nowhere near. There's a doctor that's been like experimenting with life and death in the game, and like you're after him.
But doctor, why?
For science. Yeah, but this is like an old.
I couldn't have miscalculated.
The Spanish priest. I couldn't have miscalculated.
The CEO of SEGA hearing about the incident on the island, just like, are you fucking with me? What? How many people? What? How long's he been there?
Years, you say?
Decades.
Is everyone alive? To shreds, you say?
To shreds, you say?
Oh my god!
I don't know. This didn't put any effort in, so why should we? Do you want to just wrap this up?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Should we move on to the award?
Yeah. Well, you know what we're giving this.
Okay. We know. Okay. Fine. Let's do the final. After reviewing it on the good, the weird, the bad, and the bloody, what would we say this is? Let's go on three. One, two, three. Bad. It's bad. There's not enough blood
worse
to make
than bad.
It's bad. If you feel so inclined because it's a video game or video game movie, then go ahead. If you just want something to put on in the background, I would say there's still better options that you could look up. This is not good. I do think it's not worth watching. Let me put it like this. If I was hosting a movie night where I expected people to be drunk and fucked up, I still would not put this on.
No,
it's because like there's just no fun to it. There's no fun to it. Everything's so flat. We give each movie an award. Do you have one for this movie?
I want to hear yours first.
All right. Stupidest characters ever. Or let's change this to dumbest and most insufferable characters ever. Because by the time these people arrive to go to the rave, the zombies have already attacked the rave. There's nobody there. It's like 8 p.m. like there's no reason nobody should be there at the party, the rave, the all-day rave that SEGA is putting on. There is lights on. The music and audio and everything still works. The kegs still work. And there is blood all over the fucking ground, including on a shirt. And
I think something bad's happened here.
The one girl that points it out, who kind of looks like a discount Dina Meyer, she picks it up and she's like, hey, this shirt's like covered in fucking blood. Should we be worried? And they all just berate her.
Shut up,
They
bitch.
all berate
Let's
her.
party.
No, let's party. What's so wrong? You're always worried. I go, are you fucking
Where is everybody?
If you and I walked in somewhere and we both looked around and I picked up a shirt that was drenched in blood and like on the ground and it said, I think something really bad happened. We should leave. And you looked at me and said, no, it'll be fine. I would beat the shit out of you. I would be like,
let me tell you how.
Here.
Let me tell you, shut up. Let me tell you how that would play out. You pick up a shirt full of blood in an abandoned, torn up place.
Yeah.
And you say, I think something bad happened here, Nick. You turn around. You know where I am?
No, already out the door.
Not there.
Worst and most insufferable and annoying characters.
I'm going to give it to the funniest ADR introduction to a character, and that's for Ellie Cornell, is because she shows up to like board Jürgen Prochnow's boat, just like, hey, it's the first of the month. We got to inspect your boat.
Yeah.
And he just, casts away anyway. He's like, fuck you, bitch. I'm going to get my grand and take these idiots to this island. Mm-hmm. And so then every time we hear her talking about like, I'm going to this island to find that bastard, it's always like these establishing shots of like some boat.
Yeah.
With her ADR over it, just saying like, no, leave him to me. I'll find. You never actually like see her face or meet her until like she starts gunning zombies down.
Oh my God.
It's like, I don't know. She's like some Coast Guard. I thought it was funny every time. It
just shows back up randomly.
It will just randomly cut to a faraway shot of the boat headed to the island and you just hear her ADR. Just like, so
I'll get this motherfucker.
So I'm on my way to the island. I'm going to find this motherfucker. Cuts to zombie doing stuff. Cuts to characters doing stuff. Cuts back to the boat. Cuts back to faraway shot of the boat. I'm Ellie Cornell, and here's what I'm doing right now. I love you, Ellie Cornell. I really do, but I'm so sorry you had to be in this.
You were screwed over.
You were given nothing.
Hey,
I don't
Uwe,
blame you.
We got to figure out a way to move her from point A to point B. Just get some B-roll. Well, we didn't get the B-roll. What do you want to do? I don't know. Fucking rent a boat or something.
Just call her in and have her record some fucking lines.
Just rent a boat. Just take a B-roll.
Did you want to write some lines for her?
This isn't even the same boat. I don't care. What do we got? This is a catamaran, bro.
You know what? This is hurting my brain. You want to pull the wheels out? All right, folks, spin wheel time. The first wheel we spin will determine the decade we get to. The second spin wheel will determine the weird, bad, or bloody movie that we will review in that decade. Go ahead and spin.
I want to go
Back to the...
Oh, come on, 80s.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
God. Okay.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
I feel safe in the 80s. Does that make sense? No matter what happens, I feel like at least the movie will be interesting. Even if it's bad, I'm just like, okay, at least I'm here.
Do you feel like it's because we grew up with more 80s movies?
It might be, but also at least the studios pump money into it when it's weird. You know, like they'll do it.
There was effort put into this, you mean?
All right, here we go. Let's do it. We're going to the 80s.
We're going to the 80s, and we get to talk about... Oh, my God, yes. All right. You know what this means, right?
Cobra.
You know what this means, right?
What does it mean?
We're expendable.
We're expendable.
All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. The Weird, the Bad, and the Bloody, an exclusive Nerdthusiast YouTube channel. If you are not completely sick of us, check us out on our other show, 1.5 White Guys Podcast, where Nathan and I just love shooting the shit about movies, basically.
Not all weird, bad, and bloody right now. We're covering all the Final Destinations and also doing some of the Jurassic Parks in preparation for the new ones that are coming out. We're super excited about the Final Destinations, or at least I am. So if you want to head over to there, check us out. And as an aside, if you're in the Bay Area and you love playing bingo and watching bad movies, I'm hosting a semi-regular movie night the end of every month on Wednesdays at the New Parkway Theater in Oakland, where you play film flop bingo. You get a bingo card full of tropes on with the movie playing, and you get to mark them off. And if you get bingo, you get prizes. So come check that out if you're in the Bay Area and you have nothing to do on a Wednesday night.
Thank you again for watching, and be sure to watch us and not the movie we reviewed. Okay.
ignore this one. Usually we tell you to watch it, but ignore House of the Dead.
That's all I have to say.
All right. Bye.
I guess.